it will not impact your credit score. So $75,000 in funding, and this is EIN only. So in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you how you can get funded without having to use your social security number. That's right. So we're gonna be going over EIN only funding. So in today's video, we're gonna be covering Novo. So for those who aren't aware of Novo, Novo offers small business checking accounts. Now, one of the great things about Novo is that they don't charge any monthly maintenance fees or have any minimum balance requirements. Unlike some other business checking accounts that will charge you fees, with Novo, there's absolutely no fees if you don't keep any money in your banking account. What makes this unique is that Novo offers business funding exclusively for Novo customers. So in order for you to be eligible for funding through Novo, you do have to open up a Novo business checking account. And I've dropped a link right down in the description of the video. Now, one of the great things about this is that they're not really even looking at your credit score. They're going to be looking at your business banking activity. Now, with this new funding program, you can get $75,000 in funding, and this is EIN only. You can access the funds instantly because they do deposit them directly into your Novo business checking account, and they have monthly factor rates as low as 1.5%. Now, once you get approved for funding, it'll show you the available funding amount, how much you have in use, and your total funding limit, as well as your monthly rate. With the factor rate, it's a fixed percentage of the total advance amount versus an interest rate where it's going to be applied based off of the outstanding balance. Now, you can apply for fast access to funding. So this only takes about 10 minutes and you can get a response within 24 hours. This has immediate availability. So instantly access your approved funds in your Novo checking account and then put that capital to work right away. And this is a revolving line of credit. So your Novo funding balance continues to be available to you as you complete your monthly repayments, unlike with a loan. They also have a clear repayment plan. So you only use what you need as you need it, and you get a 6-month repayment schedule with the option for early repayment at no additional cost. So to recap, so Novo offers EIN only funding for the business, and in order to be eligible, you do need to open up a Novo business checking account. So if you don't have a Novo business checking account, you won't be able to apply for this. Now, one of the great things is that they're really just looking at your checking account deposit activity and history, and they already have that information since you will have to have a Novo business checking account, and they can underwrite you based on the activity and not based off of your personal FICO score. So that's another huge advantage. And this also works somewhat like a revolving line of credit, because as you make repayments, then you're going to be able to have more access to the available line of credit. Now, one of the main differences is that Novo uses what's called factor rates versus an interest rate. And with factor rates, the only difference is that it's a fixed percentage of the actual loan amount, versus with the interest rate is always going to be applied to whatever the outstanding balance is. Now, again, this is a game changer because let's say you don't have the best credit score and you can't get approved at some of the major banks. You could definitely open up an account with Novo and then make some deposits into that checking account, show some activity, and then apply for the line of credit. And when you have deposits in the account, that's going to help your chances of getting approved for a larger credit limit, because the bank is able to see what types of deposits that you have. So you can almost sort of manufacture the information or the deposit activity and then be eligible for a larger line of credit. And again, it's not going to really matter what your credit score is. You could have a very low credit score. The underwriting is going to be based off of the business checking activity. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Let me know your comments and questions down below. And if anyone is interested in applying, I've dropped a link in the description of the video. Until next time, take it easy and we'll talk to you soon. Peace. Now, one thing I wanted to clarify, now when you're opening up your business checking account, if you are the beneficial owner, they will ask for your social security number. However, this is not to check your credit. So as it says right here, why do we need your SSN? Just like any bank in the US, the government requires us to verify your identity before opening your account. We know your SSN is sensitive, so we promise to use it only for identity and security purposes. So again, this is for identity verification. This is not to run your credit. As it states right here, federal law requires us to collect this information. It will not impact your credit score. So I just wanted to reiterate this point. It's not going to impact your credit score. It's for identity verification only.